So now that I have the table set and the house is pretty clean, I'm gonna get started on dinner. We have two other couples coming over tonight, and I'm gonna be making one of my favorite recipes, which is a lemon salmon that we're gonna bake over a bed of a spring risotto. So this is a really easy recipe. The first thing we're gonna do is chop up our ingredients. The risotto, I like to put in some onion, sometimes garlic. I'm not doing it for this particular dish today, but I like to add a little bit of peas, some pea shoots, and some fresh herbs, which I'll show you guys in a minute. And then for our salmon recipe, we are going to be adding a little bit of white wine to this and baking it. It is super delicious. Let's get cooking. First thing we're going to do is get our risotto cooking. You can follow the direction on the back of the risotto box, but I like to add a little bit of olive oil and cook the risotto down till it starts to look a little bit translucent on the sides. This takes about a minute or two, but you're going to want to consistently stir it. That way it doesn't burn your risotto. Then I like to add in my onions. I am going to kind of let those marinate together for about a minute with a little more extra olive oil. And then I like to do that until the onions are almost translucent, but not too cooked. Otherwise they're going to be really smushy. Once that's done, we're going to add in our chicken stock. I will make sure to put the recipe down below, and I'm going to let that sit for a while. The thing with risotto is you're going to want to keep it on a medium-low heat and constantly be stirring it. That way it doesn't stick to the pan. To jazz this up, I'm going to be adding some fresh oregano from our garden and just give it that wonderful, fresh, bright flavor that we're looking for spring. Now to get started with our salmon recipe, I'm just going to be chopping up some fresh lemon. You can make these really big or small. It doesn't really matter. You can't really go wrong with this recipe. So we're going to chop up our salmon for each person. I'm going to make them equal sizes. And then in a Pyrex, I'm going to be adding some oregano to the bottom and then adding lemon, kind of like little pads that we're going to be putting the salmon on. So you put one piece of salmon on top of a pad of lemon, same with the other. We're going to be adding some fresh dill to this. I want to add some really fun, bright flavors, so I added a little bit of onion salt, and then I'm going to add enough of Sauvignon Blanc to cover the lemons, but no more than that. We're going to put this in the oven and bake it for about 20 minutes. To finish off the risotto, I do a couple things very different, I feel like, than other people. We're going to remove all of that oregano, and I'm going to be adding in about 2 tablespoons of butter and mix that until it's fully melted. I really like to coat the risotto well before I add in a little bit of half and half or heavy whipping cream, depending on what you have, and continue to mix that down. The secret to making risotto super good and delicious is adding in a little bit of Parmesan cheese after you do the half and half and the butter. There's something about the way it makes the risotto so rich and creamy. Everyone always says my risotto is the best, and that's exactly what I do to make it really, really yummy. Then to make it a little bit more like spring, I'm going to be throwing in some lemon zest. I thought this would really marry the flavors of the salmon with the risotto, and boy, was I right. It was so good. Now, if you want to save on the lemons, you can actually do this part and set it aside, then use the same lemon to slice up for your salmon. I did not think ahead, so here's how I ended up doing it. And then once you have enough of the lemon in there, really mix that up well. Then we're going to throw in our peas, and then we're going to get dinner on the table. To plate this dish, I'm going to be adding our risotto to the bottom, and then I'll add 1 piece of that beautiful salmon. It looks so yummy. And then I actually got some spicy microgreens to go on top, just to bring in that freshness of spring. And then I also added some chives from the garden, and it turned out amazing. If you guys want to check it out, I will put it down below, and let me know on Instagram if you do. You guys will love this. It's a super bright and light meal you can have all summer long. Okay guys, I am going to see you in the next video really soon. Don't forget to like and subscribe, and have a great day. Bye.